if you've really had heartache, real heartache, I'm telling you, when the dust settles, you'll appreciate a relationship a lot more after that. Because you got to go to the bottom of the barrel and hit the fucking deck to see what's up. Peter. Ladies and gents, happy Valentine's Day. And guys and girls, this is just a very, very quick one today. And this is out to all the people that are single. And you know what? Maybe they'll help for some people that are in a relationship. I don't know. But I suppose mainly the single people, right? It can be a depressing day for people, Valentine's Day. People sort of reflect on their lives. Oh, where's this all going? Am I ever going to meet someone? And I get it. It's so understandable that people get to these stages. But maybe there's other things going on. You know, like I'm going to tell you about when I got heartbroken there. Was it 6-7 years ago now, guys? Okay, and we're gonna, just before we get into that, but you know, maybe we're not doing as much as we should be doing. In terms of maybe you're not chasing that career that you want, or that whatever, losing weight, getting fitter, whatever it is. Maybe it's just some form of goal that you just aren't feeling happy in yourself, and you're looking for a crutch. Now, Jesus Christ, don't get me wrong. I'm not here, Mr. Grim Reaper of Valentine's Day, and saying, fuck you, but it's a load of bollocks, a load of bullshit. Not at all. Not at all. I think it's an amazing thing if you can meet somebody that you click with. I mean, honestly, I genuinely believe it. That's why I've got my dating channel, because I'm trying to help people find somebody. And, you know, guys, where would I start with this? First of all, it's not a bad thing being single. It's not. People are under pressure from other people that, oh yeah, you don't want to be in a relationship. That's complete bollocks. They don't believe in that, guys, because they feel something's missing in their life. Like if you genuinely went back to the happiest day of your life, right? And now I'm going to probably be repeating some certain things that I've repeated on other podcasts, so forgive me, guys, if you remember this, right? I might be sounding like a broken record, but I do think it is a very, very important thing to address today for Valentine's, especially for people who are down. Go back to the happiest day you've ever had in your life. Did you bitch to anybody or judge anyone on that day? I bet you $1,000,000 fucking bucks you didn't. Now, and I mean now, a genuinely happy day. Bet you all the money in the world you didn't. Because you felt good about you. So maybe there is a goal. Maybe that you're just not doing something right. And, you know, and I understand it. I get it. I've been there too, where, fuck, you use a relationship or date somebody like a crutch. I've been there myself. I've learned from my mistakes. And you know what? You got to be self-aware. And the moment you're not self-aware, bang, you could make the same mistakes again. So believe me, guys, I'm fucking human as everybody else, you know? Like, Jesus. And I mean, guys, if you've seen my channel on social media, I do a podcast every month. Or maybe you listen to it every month. The wacky dating stories of each month. I mean, even in the last month and a half, right? These people have gone on dates. Now, see what you think about this. I mean, we'd one guy and girl. One girl is so up her own fucking ass that she swiped right on a guy on Tinder. About 1 week later, he swiped right on her. Right? And I think we've all been there, right? I mean, I've been there where I'd swipe on a girl and all of a sudden, you know, you don't get anything, and 1 week later, that girl swipes on you and you're like, oh, fuck yeah, that girl, yeah. No, you've forgotten about her because it's been a bit of a while, you know, and she hasn't swiped with you, so there's nothing you can do. There's a kind of a helplessness. Oh, well, look, I tried, forget it, fuck it, I swiped right, there's nothing more I can do. Do you know what I mean? So, this girl She gets the guy swiping right. She's not happy. Now she's going to play it fucking cool and say, oh, well, actually, no, fuck that. He has to contact me first. Now, yeah, I understand. I really do, guys. I understand that a lot of girls would prefer the guy to make the first move. And do you know what? I'm one of these old school guys, or maybe it's not old school, but I am the type of guy that does believe in that too. I do believe the guy should make the first move. Now, sometimes, the guy could have been busy. The guy could have, fuck, God knows. And my point is, if you make the first move on a dating app, it's not the end of the world. And I mean, come on, really? Does the guy always, 100% of the time, and that's it? No, fuck him. What if he had a shit day? Now, just before the shit day, he swiped right on her, and all of a sudden, bang, worst day of his life. Right? He's probably going to forget about it then because he's just had the worst day of his life. So my point is, guys, sorry. Yes, I do believe the guy should make the first move, but this is a dating app. Okay? It's a dating app. It's texting. Now, if you message first, the guy should definitely ask you out and make the first move there. Now, that's one thing I 100% believe. But, hey, if a girl asks a guy out, that's no big deal either. That's no big deal whatsoever. In fact, I even got asked out a few times in my life, right? It doesn't happen many times to guys, and that's fine. And I got asked out and I loved it. I loved it. I wasn't thinking, oh, she's a fucking psycho boy, fucking Jesus Christ, she's playing hard to get. No, I wasn't. But I'm sorry. This girl was completely up her own fucking ass, right? It's ridiculous. It's a text. That's all you're doing. You're sending a text to another guy. If she made the first move, then you go and say, right, well, let him make the first move, ask me for a coffee, and hopefully he does. But the point is this, by the way, maybe you didn't hear this last podcast, but the main reason why I'm saying she's up her ass is because she said, no, I never make the first move. Oh, no, as in he should almost owe me. I'm like, what? What are you talking about? Jesus. It was just her attitude towards it. So it was not good. Not good. Fuck, we gotta give some people a bit of fucking slack here. Then there was another, let me see, there was another one. This is a guy now this time. This is freaky. I mean, the guy loses his shit. He's starting to date somebody and he loses his mind because the girl leaves a toothbrush in his house or apartment, whichever it was again. Really? My God, what if she left her shoes? Would that be a bigger deal? What if she left a fucking packet of chewing gum? Would he still freak out? And a toothbrush basically meant, oh, she's starting to move in here now, boy. Oh, first it's the toothbrush. Now it's going to be her runners and her sweatpants, her tracksuit. Next it's going to be fucking her jacket. And next thing it's going to be her makeup. And next thing she's going to have a fucking overnight bag. And next thing after the fucking overnight bag, guess what's going to happen? She's going to have a fucking big fucking suitcase. That's it. We're moved in. We're fucked. Yeah, that's it. That's where this was going with this guy. Imagine dating that guy. Or imagine dating that other girl. Oh my God. The mentality you gotta be in for this. Jesus Christ. And I hopefully, guys, anybody that's listening here, I hopefully that you haven't bumped into somebody like this, because that's awful for anybody to be on the receiving end for that. And then there was another girl that went to the cinema with a guy on a first date. She sits, either a seat or 2 seats away from the guy. I think it was 2 seats. And the guy's sitting there going, what the fuck? Like, guys, we've all went to the cinema, right? And can you imagine now, you end up going to the goddamn cinema. And even if it was your buddy, you'd be like, do I smell, man? Or, what's up, man? And that would be your friend, never mind a date. A date would be worse because you're like, holy shit, this girl's not attracted to me. And then even if your buddy was sitting on the other side, even though you'd know he'd be a bit weird, you'd be like, geez, man, I know you like your space, but really? You know, you'd still be kind of the ears cocking up a little bit, but and then the girl afterwards, she's looking for a kiss, and she's wondering why he didn't give her the kiss. Give me a fucking break, guys. I mean, and you know, I'll just close with this, guys. Look, and the reason why I'm telling you these stories is because, look, there's pros and cons to everything, and I genuinely am hoping that I'm helping some people out there today that you feel just a little better. You know, I'm not saying you should be fucking springing, doing handstands and cartwheels here after this because you're feeling so amazing. No, but, you know, if you're feeling a bit down today, maybe I can just help you with 1 point towards the plus side. And because I mean, you think about, imagine dating those 3 people that I just called out, guys. Imagine dating those people. Can you imagine, and even worse, can you imagine being them? That you're that fucked up? What hope do they have? What hope do they have finding a long-term relationship in the near future? And it would have to be all on their terms, too. Probably would. Of course it would. Especially Toothbrush Man. Cinema Girl. Yeah, I think so, too. And the same thing for the girl swiping. No. He has to contact me first. Right? And then and she's wondering, oh, where's the kiss? And then your man's freaking out over a fucking toothbrush. Oh, it's fucking suitcase now. Come in a minute, boy. So again, all has to be on their standard or level or terms. Imagine dating somebody like that. But if you have met somebody like that, isn't it good that you found out? And I know it can be fucking annoying. It would literally make you want to pull your hair out. But Jesus, you know, you're better off getting a half a bullet to the brain than a machete to the brain. I don't know. Maybe I'm not making sense here. But my point is, guys, as well, and just, again, we are closing this off. Standards in relationships. I mean, I met this girl in the summer of 2023. Now, we're obviously in Valentine's Day 2024 here. And she was a friend of a friend. Now, I'd no interest in her, as in I wasn't attracted to her, but that's okay, it's fine. I don't think she was attracted to me either. So we were just having a chat, right? So it was just a neutral chat, this and that. And then my friends brought up that, oh yeah, Peter, he does this dating thing. And then she was asking me about it, and I told her. And then she was going on, and she went on for about 15 minutes. She was like, yeah, well, I want a guy now who's this. You probably know where this is going already. And I mean, there was a long checklist. I said, okay, I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. And I think I even said out loud, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Did I say that? Anyway, it doesn't really matter. But then I said, okay, well, hang on a second there. And she was surprised when I kind of stopped her because, well, why wouldn't I expect all this? And all of a sudden I'm interrupting. And I said, well, hang on a second. Whoa, sorry. What would you do for the guy? And she looked at me like I was speaking Japanese all of a sudden, and she'd no idea of Japanese or a different language, whatever language. And she'd known James. She's like, I'm sorry, what? And I said, well, you have a big, long checklist that a guy needs to do for you, right? And I actually said it to her really nicely that she understood where I was coming to. I wasn't going, well, you've got to fuck... No. I said, well, look, you want all this in a man, right? And he needs to provide, and he needs to do this and do that, right? For you. And that's your clear goal of what exactly you want in a guy. And she goes, yeah. And I was actually quite impressed because she didn't get defensive about this. But then I said, well, hang on. What are you going to do for him? Right? And then she also was like, what do you mean? I said, well, would you be there for him on a night when he's low? And let's say the two of you are having a low moment, right? You got bad news from work, or God love your family, and he got the exact same. The two of you are going through this. I mean, look, hey, it can happen, right? But, you know, try and put yourself in that scenario. Would you stop everything, even though you've had a horrendous day, and know that, okay, well, actually, my boyfriend, he's had a worse day than me. Fuck. Would you stop all your complaining, And by the way, if this is a guy, same thing here. I'm not singling out women here. But would you stop all your complaining and say, hang on a second now, Peter or Moira, Mary, she's had a worse day than I have. Shut your ass and listen to exactly what they say because they've had a worse day than you. Put all your shit to the side for a minute. And then she looked at me like, I said like, yeah, right. And that's when I got stunned. I was like, wow, Jesus Christ. And I said, would you do that for him? You know, as in like, would you sit at home at nighttime if you had a kid, let's say? Now, if you really wanted to go out with the girls that night, and I have to admit she was quite honest, which was amazing. Would you not go on a night out because, you know what, you've had a good few nights out with the girls now, or the lads in the last few weeks, it's her turn to go out. And she's looking at me like, and then she started kind of smiling as in like, yeah, right, as if I would. And she thought she was actually cool. She had this kind of look as in her face like, no, Peter, I'm special. She had a kind of a look. She didn't say that, but she had that look. And I just said, listen, if you'll do the exact same for a guy that you're expecting of him, you're in good condition. Now, if you really ask yourself that question, maybe, and honestly, like try and vividly imagine this scenario. Would you go that extra distance? And this is a really simple one to figure out, right? Imagine your dream guy or girl and what you would love for them to do. Oh, well, you know, if I come home now, I'd love if my wife was going to do this for me or do that for me. Okay, well then just flip it around. Would you do the same for her? And imagine yourself. So you don't have to try and sit there for years and years trying to imagine what would the perfect girl be like. Imagine what you like and then see if you want that from her, and then would you do the exact fucking same? And maybe you'll fucking surprise yourself. Maybe you will. And I tell you guys, you know, there can be a lot of pros and cons. Sorry, I know I'm going on and on. I said I'd finish about 5 minutes ago. But this is the last thing I want to bring up. The last thing I want to bring up is I got heartbroken 5, 6, 7 years ago. I can't remember now at this stage. And you know something? I felt that was my first proper loss in a relationship. And I came out of that, after a bit of time, I came out of that appreciating a woman. Now, at the moment, because I'm focusing on my career and this and that, I'd rather not have a woman. However, it's made me look at relationships differently. And my point here is this, and this is my last point. If you've really had heartache, real heartache, I'm telling you, when the dust settles, you'll appreciate a relationship a lot more after that. Because you got to go to the bottom of the barrel and hit the fucking deck to see what's up. Anyway, I'll leave it at that, ladies and gents. Thanks for listening, and happy Valentine's Day to everybody out there. And guys, I love you to bits. Anybody that listens to me, watches me on YouTube or social media, I really do hope we have a great day. And listen, hey, if you're down in the dumps, it's only one goddamn day. Okay? It's only one goddamn day. Thanks, guys. Happy Valentine's. Bye.
Peter.
Walsh.